early. He'll miss 2 and 3 who got speed and getting up the track. Drop to the fence. Can it run 30-0? That's my question. But I think it's certainly one for, exotic players, same race multi players, trifecta first 4 runners, because it will be closing off strong. Jason has a fast win, 34 and 44 at Sandown of recent times off this draw. So certainly got upside, but being in the back half of the field, going to rely on luck. But something that I'd certainly throw into my wider exotics.
The Sky One are now on board. We'll just quickly recap what we saw in the Fantabale Stayers earlier, Nath, with unreal speed, dominance and an easy watch for, I guess, the bulk of people who would have surrounded him in the week leading up to tonight.
Yeah, he got out in the market to just over $3, Jace, on the jump, but he was a greyhound that was able to utilise box 6. He had no speed initially on his outside and all the pace was drawn underneath him, and box 5 in Groovebird was able to lead that race, and that allowed him to get a beautiful card across into second. He took over going through the catching pen, and then from there he's got a high turn of mid-race acceleration, put a bit of a gap on his rivals and then coasted to the line. So he was third up tonight after a long layoff, and he was at the peak of his powers, and a deserved Group 1 winner was Unreal Speed of the Fantabale Super Stayers.
We're a minute 30 away from race 7, the third leg of the quaddie, and we have 3:10 the field. We've seen a really good evening so far of chasing, in particular for the Grenfell Kennel. In this race coming up, they've got the favourite, Paul Whitley, $3.20 from $5. You thought you might have found one at a bit of over the odds this morning, and then you had a look at the tab app. Price was gone, Nath.
Yeah, exactly right. When I'd done the fields a couple of days ago, I thought I might have got one here, and it went up a nice price, and it didn't last long because I wasn't the only one to find it. Just box 1 with a wide runner in 2 and 3 with early speed. We've seen the videos of Paul Whitley. Granted, it's got enough early speed, but just rails like a glove around the Broadmeadow circuit. That's going to be an advantageous thing here, Mark, just to be on speed and then railing when you've got some good cover drawn in 2 and 3. I think if it can hold the front, can run low 30s, that might be good enough here. So I made it one of the better bets of the night. Getting out to 3.30, the early money's come for it. Now it's starting to find its place in the market, but I just think it's got the best draw and the best map here of this evening's program.
Grenfell's looking for a treble. They've had a great night. Can only get better too, with very good chance in the Australian Cup. We saw a wonderful edition of the Fantabale Stayers in the previous. Just a quick word on the performance of Unreal Speed and the training performance from Rob Britton. Just sensational. Nathan Patch.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he's got an abundance of X-Factor Unreal Speed. We knew that leading up to the Zoom top where he performed well. It was great last week, Nathan, even better tonight. I mean, he has a fair income 2025 ahead of him if he's to stay in one piece. Yeah,
and that's for the care of Robbie to take care of now. He's done well to get him back after a 9-month layoff, placed in a Group 1 and then winning a Group 1 at his third start back from a spell. So he's certainly one to look forward through for the 2025 Carnival over the staying ranks.
1-8-4-2 for Nathan Rooney. Greyhounds are about to get set for race 7. Here's James Vandermart.
Add to the collection here with race 7. Moving in. Starting signal now. They're getting set for the 7th. Favourite off the inside, Paul Whitley. And the green light. They're set to run now. Meadows race 7. All in. Stand by for a jump. And they're racing, and off the inside, Paul Whitley stepped quickly, went straight through to lead, settling down over Paul Kramer, who settles a length away second. Honey Zen over to third, and they're followed by Brunelli Striker, who rails up just ahead of Intrepid Bale, who's trying to squeeze through. The run closed on him. Then Aston Florent from Paul Whistler, and back to last Mapungaroli off the back. The leader, Paul Whitley, a length and a half, Paul Kramer. Then Honey Zen, Intrepid Bale's the closer, just clipped heels as they turned. It left Paul Whitley a good leader, still 2 lengths in front, and Paul Whitley, too good for them. Paul Whitley won it by 2. Beat Paul Kramer. Third's a photo finish. Intrepid Bale might grab it just over Honey Zen. In a close go, they're wide apart. Then Paul Whistler over Brunelli Striker, who was back at the end with Aston Florin. And one of the last to clock in, Mapungaroli. Time 29:98 for Paul Whitley.
A comfortable watch too. That first section was sensational. 5:03 from the kennelmate Paul Kramer. Runs second, so the Grenfells with the treble and they Quinella this one. Terrific performance. What was that final time? 29.98. Outstanding. Well found by you, and a PB for this dog.
Yeah, just mapped to perfection, didn't it? Had box 1 where it wants to be. It rails like a glove around this Broadmeadow circuit. Wide runners in 2 and 3 with early speed. Just let her have a clear unimpeded run. She was able to get to the top and then hold off Paul Kramer through that midsection, who is quite quick through a middle section. And then once it was able to hold it to the 600 boxes, I was comfortable going on genuine 500 metre fitness versus a 485 metre run from Paul Kramer last week, where he got a bit tired that she was going to be strong enough to the line. So utilised box 1. I thought it had the best map and the best draw all night, and the race planned out as textbook.
He's a genius, he's always, isn't he?
Yeah, trifecta.
Okay.
Well, he just keeps backing and tipping us winners, and also the Grenfells. I'm so happy for how well they're going. They get the trifecta there with Intrepid Bale getting into third, so that's a bit of a dream result there. And as we've mentioned, time and time again, it can only get better for the camp because they've got Vincent Bale coming up in the Australian Cup, and also Paul Vortex in the next in the Rookie Rebel over 600 metres. I just, you know, I don't know as many people as you guys know in the industry, and to you, they're all good people, I can imagine. But I've, you know, shared a drink or two with Corey. He's just a really good fella. I was there that night for, what was the 600 Group 2 at Sandown a few years ago.
McKenna?
Yeah, McKenna. And I reckon it was just after Paul Wheeler had died and Sam Grenfell trained the winner at a massive price. Just great people, and you love to see them have success. And that was another time that happened, and tonight could well continue on into the Group 1s, but no, absolutely wrapped for them.
Yeah, it's good to see young families investing in the game. I mean, it's not as easy as some of us